Let's have a little bit of contact there from Scott. He musters his way past.
Into the back of... Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship. Welcome everyone to V8 Online's live coverage of the iRacing.com V8 Supercar official online series. Jay Kennedy and Daniel Bryant and Kane Craft here for Mount Panorama Bathurst. We had to come back for this one. G'day Daniel, g'day Kane.
G'day Jay, great to be here. Great to be back. It feels like forever since we've been in the box to have a bit of a calm moment, and big thanks to Kane for coming in for a super early morning, I think it is, to make sure we can get this broadcast out.
It's all good. Bathurst is my favorite race. It's been exciting so far this week, and to get to watch another race is just more excitement for me.
Yeah, big thanks, mate. It's awesome effort getting up at whatever ridiculous hour of the morning it is over there. So thank you. We will
It's a
talk.
bright and shiny 5:15 in the morning.
Good effort. Thank you so much. Now we will talk the race because we haven't got much time before we're into the race. 29 laps, a little bit shorter than what we saw last season, but fantastic race, and we absolutely love this place. Daniel, you're lucky enough to live just around the corner.
Certainly am. Love this place. It always feels a little bit weird when you see Bathurst show up and you're just like, hey, hang on, I actually live here.
We'll wait to get some information on the grid, but I know a lot of drivers are making a return tonight after not racing much this season. Some guys are getting the helmet out of the cupboard and having a bit of a steer tonight, so looking forward to seeing some old names back. But championship wise, since we've been away, Bo Cattell, Lee Ellis, Marlon McMullen and Sean Kelly, the top four at the moment. Those guys really working really hard to get right up the front.
Yeah, definitely. It seems to be a battle of the guys that we've been talking about for the last 1 or 2 seasons. That were like, these guys are up-and-comers, and maybe for them, us having the season off and a couple of the big guys not being as committed to what the season is what they normally are, this might give them the chance to really improve those skills. So then hopefully when we come back with a full swing season as of next season, they can take it to Madison and Muggletons and everyone else that's given them a hard time.
Name that is racing in this race that we will know very, very well. Stephen Clark, Sandman, is out on track. He'll be racing tonight, so I think this is actual broadcast debut race tonight.
Yeah, this is his first race where it's not a race of champions, so hopefully it all goes cleanly for him, but I'm definitely sure that he's keen to get out there and put some laps down here. Yeah,
he's been excited, been talking about it forever, talking about how excited he is about racing again. So good to see him out on track. We'll no doubt talk him up a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't let us down.
I think I'm looking at the qualifying results right now. He's already let us down big time, mate.
P20, we'll get those up on screen very soon. Interesting names that you see up the front now. Now, Lee Ellis in P2. You obviously remember the bet, Daniel, with Lee.
Oh yeah, I certainly do.
Yeah, Lee's a chance of that bet coming through tonight. So,
yeah, this is true.
Wonder if he's forgotten, or hope that everyone else has forgotten about the famous bet.
Yeah,
but Lee actually picked up the win last night, beating Richard Hampstead. Hampstead on front at the moment for this race.
Yeah, he might be a little bit scared now. Has anyone told him that we're broadcasting tonight? If he gets, should we send this straight through to the soon-to-be fiancé? Should we say?
Yeah, actually he's having a little bit of internet drama as well, so maybe he's doing this on purpose to make sure that he can't come through.
Or maybe she's disconnecting the internet because that might be a no. Not putting that kind of karma out there, just saying.
I'll run through the grid quickly. We've got Richard Hampstead on pole, Lee Ellis P2, Madison Downer in P3, Jared Fuelsell 4th, Bo Cattell in 5th, John Kelly in 6th, Ian Ford in 7th, Chad Chastain in 8th, Kurt Stenberg in 9th, James McKnight in 10th, Cerny in 11th, Michael Schreier in 12th, Jake Burton 13th, Michael Fulcher in 14th position, Tony Aldridge in 15th, Sam Sutton in 16th, Wayne Seaburke in 17th, Sam Collins 18th, Josh Burton in 19th, Sam Mann in 20th, and Henry King in 21st. 20 drivers on the grid.
Yeah, a very interesting grid, and the qualifying times are
Off we go.
Oh, we're off already.
Very
Too
quick.
long, too long.
Instead, good jump. Alice good to get away. Down a little bit slow off the line, and Phil Sell around the outside won't get through. It's dropped a spot from Sean Kelly.
Like everyone's going to get through the first corner, nice and clean. What we like to see. This is where it gets a bit interesting, though.
Oh, there's a
Straight,
heap of
plenty
weaving
of
at the front.
speed.
Hampstead already defending that first position.
Phil Sell, a good run there. Oh, it looks like they've backed up a little bit. Oh, it's Madison down. All squirming.
Very, very tight at the front. Hampstead, probably a 2-car gap back to Alice, and then it's nose to tail for the rest of probably the top 5 or 6 from there. Down, all crossed up through Solomon Park.
Richard Hampstead looks like he's giving himself a nice little gap here. As they make their way down Skyline through the dippers.
Oh, someone just hit the wall there. I think Ian Ford's clipped the wall coming through the dipper.
Now this is where it will get interesting. Come down here, we've got a really nice wind, really pushing these guys down Conrod.
Yeah, so they'll be on the limiter coming into the chase. Really hard to pull it up. Going down the hill, they'll hit just under 300 k's an hour.
Yeah, if you're going to get one part wrong, this will probably be it.
You're hearing it was actually Bo Cattell that hit the wall coming through the dipper, and he has got damaged steering from it.
Lee Ellis is getting hassled by Madison. Nice big dent on the side of Madison's car there.
We were teammates, team boss, almost the apprentice, I guess you'd say, with Alice. There's a little bit of an argument going on the radio, a little bit of argy-bargy happening in the chase there. Michael Fulcher and I think Wayne C. Burke. The chase. Now, also, sorry, while that's happened, Madison's actually got through on Lee Ellis. And Hampstead now has pulled away from down Alice and Phil Sale.
It's a nice little train here happening as well. Just a little bit further back, Wayne Burke, Jake Burton, Sam Sutton, Samuel Collins all having a nice battle here. It looks like a four-way train happening. And not far behind that, your co-host for Short Shift, Sam Mann, is coming through as well. He's currently sitting in 19th. It looks like he's making some ground here on Michael Fulcher.
He's gained a spot, which is always good. Make sure you check out next episode of Short Shift. We're filming hopefully over the weekend, this weekend coming, so that should be good fun. Oh, as Madison Downs just hit the wall very, very hard too. Going through the S's.
He looks like he's struggling a little bit. Obviously, it doesn't matter how much of an alien you are. If you haven't been practicing in a V8 Supercar, and let alone a V8 Supercar at Bathurst, you're going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, he's done a couple of races this week. He raced the Americas race Friday night American time, Saturday lunchtime in Australia. He pick up a couple of rather easy wins, so it's a little bit tougher competition for him now.
Kelly. A little bit of a drift. Managed to keep that together.
They just went off the track too. That was all crossed up from Kelly. Up behind him, Chad Chastain. A little bit of a battle with Bo Cattell. We're hearing Bo has got a bit of damage. Chad's not long made that pass.
Chad Chastain. Oh, Bo Katap.
He's not coping very well with this damaged steering. Massive damage to the front of the car now.
He had a bit of speed there on Chad Chastain as well. Just to suck that one up.
Yeah, tucked in behind James McKnight, but he's really struggling with that car.
Yeah, not a fun place to be in.
And Tobias needs to be careful tucking up this close to Bo, because Bo's really struggling with the car. He could very, very easily tag off the wall. Just looking at the timing, the gap between first and second, Hampstead and down, that gap is closing.
Yeah, Madison, looking at it now, you can see Madison's really starting to tuck in there. Richard's trying to break this slip. It looks like coming
Look
down
at how
Conrod.
Look how close he is now. He's right on his tail. It's amazing with the draft and that tail wind, how quickly he's closed up.
Yeah, this is where it gets really important coming into here, hitting these corners.
What's going back up the hill as well? Draft, obviously to stop that wind. Madison needs to make sure he tucks right in behind here coming through Hell Corner.
Yeah, hit Hell Corner. You want to be able to get on the power as quick as you can because you've got a big long straight. You have to make the most out of.
Fastest lap of the race that time around then from Lee Ellis. Half a second quicker than Hampstead. 2/10 quicker than Madison, but Ellis has run wide.
Oh, we've got Sam Sutton in a little battle.
They're side by side with Jake Burton. But
Geez,
very, very tough to go around the outside through there. Tucks in behind Burton. We need to watch this battle up front though. Hampstead has got fluoro orange car right on his tail coming down the mountain, so we need to watch how close they are at Forest Elbow. Oh, Madison all sideways.
See, he's squirming that thing around, trying to get the most out of it.
All that hard work, he's just lost all that time.
Very easy to do, scrub those tyres a bit too much. And definitely ruined your run. And once you go wrong from Skyline or the zippers, you just pay for it for the rest of that lap. Lee Ellis. Right on Madison now.
He's closed that gap up after a little bit of a mistake from Matt.
I suppose the big thing here though for Lee Ellis is he's chasing championship points as well, whereas Madison and Richard aren't really worrying about that. They're just in here for a race win.
Yep. Lee currently P3 in the championship, so a good result. Be very, very handy for him. The main guys he's battling, one's behind and one's not in the race, so good points haul here for Lee. Possibly put him in the championship lead.
Jared Philsell, the fastest out of the top four for last lap.
Yeah, the only driver into the sixes last lap by. Now, pit window opens around about lap 11, so a little bit shorter race than we had last time. It was lap 13, 14, the pit window opened, so see who's going to try and push it that little bit further.
I think probably one of the smartest strategies around here might be to take that early pit stop, get the fresh tyres on and just try and defend your position.
Even try and save a tiny little bit of fuel, especially with that strong wind down Conrod. You can save a lot of fuel going down the straight.
Yeah, definitely. You will should be able to lift.
Sam Sutton's had a big crash
Look how strong Madison is coming through the dippers there. Really made up some time there on Richard.
Very back at the start of the lap, Sam Sutton just gets past Jake Burton and loops it around at Hale Corner. He's massive damage to his car. His race is done, unfortunately.
Be disappointed about that. Nice little battle for 8th and 9th between James McKnight and Kurt Stenberg. So James McKnight might get a run on him.
He's had to back out of it.
Definitely thought better of that.
He's going to have a run on him coming into Murray's corner. Thinks twice about it. It's a fairly long race, the longest race of the season here, so a lot of guys don't want to ruin their race early. That's a big event.
No point taking a hero move just to, you know, put yourself out and a competitor out so early in the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Save the crazy things right to the end.
Yeah, Downs started to close that gap back up again last lap, gained another 2/10. So I think as long as he gets across the top of the mountain, okay, we'll see him attack coming into the chase here.
He's definitely seems to be a lot stronger at going across the top, making sure he's using all the road, even getting it up maybe a little bit too up on the curves. But
shows you the control this guy has, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, definitely.
Anyone else wouldn't be able to get out of those sort of situations. He's still quick enough to be pushing for the lead of the race.
Very strong down the dippers, Lee, as well.
Madison's really struggling with that car across the top of the mountain. I can't believe how wild that ride is for him.
Yeah, I think he's trying to just get as much as he can out of it. Obviously, the conservative person, there's a lot of lifting on and off the accelerator, going across the top of the mountain. I think Madison might just be trying to fang it a bit too hard. Lee Ellis seems to have great control though coming over the mountain.
It's interesting because you'd think they'd use at least a very similar setup, so Madison may have gone his own way in regards to setup. Coming down that mountain with that tailwind, you can see how quickly that gap has closed up.
Yeah, and this is where it's going to be hurting Richard. It doesn't matter how much effort he really makes across the top of the mountain. As long as Madison stays in that slip, he'll just keep sticking with him. Bo Cattell, James McKnight, and Tobias. Nice little battle here.
Bo looks like he's really struggling with this car. Doesn't seem comfortable at all under brakes. But how crossed up he is. Bo will definitely be one of the early pitters in this race. He's very, very good with fuel, so he can save that little bit of fuel that you need as well if you're going to do that early stop.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, here we go. Madison down right on the back of Richard. Coming through the dippers. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide. Oh,
all crossed up.
Coming into the elbow.
Yeah, I think he might be close enough here. He's probably a little bit too far away actually, now looking at live timing.
For people that actually haven't done any races here at the Mount on the iRacing service, I don't think that you really look at Falcon Elbow and don't really take in how difficult of a corner it actually is to get right.
That's not only the corner you have to get right, you have to make sure you get that exit right as well, and the really short braking area that you have coming through the S's and then slamming on the brakes to go through into the dipper. Really have to have good car control to make sure you're quick, not only getting in there, but getting out of there to make sure you're on the limiter coming back down Conrod Straight.
Yeah, definitely. You want to try and get on that accelerator as soon as you can, but it's very easy to push yourself out wide and cap that wall.
If you are wondering why we're broadcasting tonight, we are broadcasting because it's Bathurst, because the special event running at Bathurst. So at this stage we're not back every week, but we will hopefully have an announcement about our future very soon. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't say that we're not broadcasting every week. The Australian guys aren't broadcasting every week. Our American guys are running strong.
That's right. Of course, if you are missing V8's online action, you can always tune in Wednesday nights or Thursday lunchtime in Australia for the NASCAR iRacing Series. V8 Americas on Friday night, Saturday morning or Saturday lunchtime. The Americas V8 Supercar Series has a lot of Australian guys running in it too.
Yeah, it's a good mix, that American Series, and obviously a lot of the big names run that one as well. Just looking at this battle here for position 6 with Sean Kelly, Chad Chastain and Ian Ford just up there in 5th.
Ian's done really well. He's come through the field. He was very, very quick in a race earlier in the week too. They've been last night, he and Cattell. A great fight right to the flag. We're now almost 9 laps in, so 20 to go, or 21 to go. Currently Hampstead from down, Ellis, Philsell, Ford, Kelly, Chastain, McKnight, Stenberg and Zerny, the top 10.
Richard Hampstead just dropped into the 206s for that lap.
.206 997, so just into the 206s. He's a little bit more consistent in his lap times in comparison to the guys behind who have. Alice is now second off his fastest lap, whereas Hampstead's only 7 100ths away. Could also come down to that fuel situation which we were speaking about just before.
Yeah, definitely. Don't know what these guys are playing yet, what kind of fuel saving techniques they're using to make sure that they're getting there. Obviously, Madison and Lee are in a better position to save fuel than what Richard is. But yeah, definitely it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Richard's looking really strong through the dippers there.
Yeah, it's where Madison's losing all his time. He's gaining it coming up the mountain and then coming back down the straight, but across the top, losing all that time that he's worked really hard to get back.
So you lost a bit of time there, actually. Didn't get a good run out of the elbow compared to Richard. Looks like our mate Sandman's back into 20th. Looks like he's struggling a little bit at the back there.
Just flicked back to have a look at him as well, and yeah, he's all crossed up coming across the top of the mountain.
Obviously him and Madison might be sharing the same set.
Possibly. It actually looks like it's handling the exact same way as Madison as well.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling. There's a few dents on that car as well. I think it might be an early pit there for Sandman.
If we can go back to this battle from 8th through to 14th, there's a really big freight train building now between James McKnight, Bert Stenberg, Tobias Zerny, Bo Cattell, Tony Autridge, Michael Schreier.
Yeah, I think Bo Cattell's almost his car's looking fairly damaged.
He's been hitting both sides of the wall to try and get his steering back straight again, we're hearing, so I don't think
Yeah.
it works doing that.
No. Just start on the accelerator at Griffins and ride the walls all the way around the mount. It's not the way you do it. It's the way I do it. Yeah, that car's not looking healthy at all.
Don't look not. It's all sideways coming up the mountain as well. Madison's hit the wall quite hard as well now. Up through Dipper. Now 10 laps in. Finally start to see if anyone starts to play their hand very, very soon in regards to pit strategy. Will not be far away before we see a first pit stop. Some guys 18 laps will be stretching it in regards to fuel window, so 17 laps will be the limit. Backtrack that from there so you see guys pit on lap 13. Some guys very, very good on fuel. They might get 18 or 18 plus a little bit with this tailwind. See guys pit as early as this lap. The lead for Hampstead now at 1.2 seconds. He's starting to pull away from Madison. Starting to make a few more mistakes than we're used to seeing. Ian Ford as well doing a fantastic job. He's now pulled a fairly big gap from Chad Chastain. He's gaining time on Phil Sell ahead of him, so doing a really good job there. Currently P5 for Ian Ford. Battle pack we were looking at before with McKnight, Stenberg, Zerny, Cattell, Ortridge, Schreier. There's a little bit of a gap broken between McKnight and Stenberg from the rest of the pack. Ross Zerny's under attack from Bo Cattell coming down Conrod. Won't be able to make a move though. Must be very, very tough to drive with all that damage. Now, 11 laps down. Bell now down the front straight. He'll make a move into Hell Corner. No, he won't. Backs out of it. Fairly sure pit lane will be very, very busy next time around. Gap between Hampstead and Down is closed back down again. And back down to 0.7 of a second, so half a second gained from this spot last lap around. And still struggling through the dipper coming in through the S's. Fairly sure someone will pit this lap. Instead, out to 1.1 second gap from down. Lee Ellis, very good job in third. Jared Filsell in fourth. Ian Ford in fifth. First two don't pit. Ellis continues on. Jared Filsell, first driver into the lane. Ford will continue on. Chastain continues, as does Kelly. Bocatel into the lane. We've got two ANZ drivers into the pits. First driver's in. And Jake Burton in as well. Been looking at that. Hampstead down that gap now to 1.7 seconds, so Madison's lost full second at the bottom of the mountain. Now out to 2 seconds, so he's losing a lot of time very, very quickly. Down, just hits the wall again, so I think that's probably the 6th or 7th time now Madison's hit the wall. Yeah, he's got damaged steering, we're hearing. That will explain why he's losing a fair bit of time. Fairly sure down will come in this lap now. Hampstead's in the lane. Down in, Lee Ellis makes a late move into the lane. Like almost everyone's coming in. Chastain and Kelly, Knight, Stenberg. Wycerny continues on. Botridge and Schreier in the lane, as is Wayne C. Burke. Michael Fulcher continues on. Sam Collins will come in the lane. Jared Filsell, after that pit stop, is actually coming into traffic, so that will hurt his speed coming back onto the front straight, but Hampstead will be the first driver to drop. Fairly long pit stop for Hampstead. Ellis gets the jump in the stops, and he'll actually come out ahead of Down. Filsell not that far behind Down and Ellis. Yeah, from Hampstead back to Ellis now, 1.3 seconds.
One coming through.
There, got you now, mate.
Ah, fantastic.
Thought everyone had left me there. I was talking to myself for a little while.
So, Bob, so it looks like had a little bit of an incident at the back here. Chad Chastain, Sandman.
We're just coming past Sean Kelly after the pit stops, and yeah, man, Chad almost coming together with Chad a little bit crossed up. Nice and close now, the effective race lead now down to 1.2 seconds between Hampstead and Ellis.
Yeah, Lee Ellis looking very dedicated there coming through the dippers.
And he's also probably got the straightest car out of the top three at the moment too. Hampstead hitting the wall a couple of times, down with steering trouble. Bryce Zerny continues on, lead another lap. Michael Fulcher in the lane this time by. I
think Tobias might be playing a bit of a fuel game here.
Possibly, maybe just wanting to get away from that battle pack he had before that was quite intense, that train of cars that he was involved with before. Thinking that might be more what his thinking is here in not pitting rather than fuel or tyres. King also yet to make a pit stop. Sandman now in the pits. Two guys left to pit, Zerny and King.
Hasn't been a brilliant night for him so far. He's been struggling a little bit.
Now Alice has closed up another half second on Hampstead coming up the mountain, so Alice looking really quick.
Yeah, he's looking quite smart. This is where it gets interesting. Coming down Skyline, seem to have really good control here, using a lot of the curb. Maybe a bit too much there.
He's not afraid to throw it over the curb either.
No, definitely not. Really hugs those walls to get a good run.
Probably a little bit too far away to get a pass done this time by.
Madison down, not letting him get too far away either.
Bryce Zerny in the lane now, so field will be cleansed provided Henry King comes in. So Zerny obviously doing the half and half stop.
It's good to see the Sean Kelly Chad Chastain battle come through into this series as well. They've been having a heck of a battle in the Americas series, and here we find them racing neck and neck in the Australian race as well. It's good racing here. They kind of got split apart a little bit as Sandman waited an extra lap to pit, but now that just nothing but air between them, so we'll see if Chad Chastain can reel Sean Kelly back in.
Yeah, it's been good to watch through the Americas races. Those guys very, very, very close on speed, so and very similar driving style too. So you always see them battle very, very close each week. It's good to see those sort of battles come through, and it seems to happen in every race they're in now.
There's a guy, he's looking a little bit further back. He always seems to find himself in good little battles. Wayne Burke, Michael Schreier having a nice little battle here over 14th.
They're obviously teammates as well, so I don't think we'll see anything too crazy between these guys. Both want to get it home nice and straight, or as straight as you can when you race at Bathurst.
Bocatel still looks like he's struggling.
Bias is after his pit stop, he's just come out all sideways across the top of the mountain.
James McKnight, Kurt Stenberg right on the back now. It's like Kurt had a bit too much speed and had to try and scrub a bit there. Oh, Ian Ford, Henry King. Ian Ford definitely knows he's got more speed.
Yeah, and also Henry King yet to make his pit stop.
He's not making this easy for himself.
They say he'll be in now. Yep.
Yeah,
Straight
there we
in.
go.
The field now cleansed. We've got 13 laps to go. Richard Hampstead from Lee Ellis by just 1 second. Madison down third, another second further back. Jared Filsell, Ian Ford, Sean Kelly, Chad Chastain, Bo Cattell, Tobias Cerny, and James McKnight, the top 10 at the moment. Hampstead, after the pit stop, hasn't looked as controlled as he was before the stop.
No, he seems to have lost a little bit of a groove here, but Lee Ellis is definitely sitting in there nicely. He seems to be very... Madison just sliding behind him.
Chad Chastain has made up the over a second gap. He's officially caught Sean Kelly now. Could see a heck of a race from here on out between the two.
And looks like Chad's got a pretty good run there through the dipper too, so he's probably close enough with this wind down the back straight, down Conrod Straight. Might get a move done into the chase. Great exit as well.
Yeah, he's going to need that speed. He might need to get around Sean Kelly fast, because it looks like he's got a whole bunch of cars barreling after him.
Yeah, Bo's caught up pretty quick as well.
Yeah, Bo.
I don't know how Bo's still driving. I really don't. Here we go up the inside. No, not quite
thinks
close
better
enough.
of it. Might get a good run. Coming back out.
Oh,
of the
Sean's made a
straight.
mistake.
Definitely put a little bit of pressure there on Sean. Oh, here we go. Gonna have a look. Oh, but Bo's gonna be there. Now he needs to really think about the move he makes, because Bo Cattell's in striking range. Bo's gonna have a look. Oh,
You're going to see this big long freight train happen again.
yeah, here we go. This is going to be interesting. Look how close they are together. Coming down Mountain Straight.
7 cars nose to tail.
Who's going to be brave enough to make a move?
No one will be the answer to that. Not quite close enough yet for Chad. He needs to stay right where he is. Oh,
Yeah,
as Kelly makes
here we
another
go.
mistake. Oh, he can't pass here, Chad. And gets out of it.
You have to be a brave man to chuck your nose in
Oh.
there. Sean's got a
Sean
good
will-
run here, actually.
Yeah.
Just broken Chad away a little bit.
Doesn't want this gap to be any tighter than this coming down Conrod Straight or at the end of the elbow, because that's close enough with this draft. Had to make a move.
Yeah, Chad needs to find a little bit of pace. Bo Cattell right on his tail.
Oh, Chad's just hit the fence. Oh, there's
Took a
massive
little bit
damage
too
to the front of his
committed there
car.
coming down the dippers. Oh, he's sliding.
Yeah, Chad's definitely got steering damage from that. Has to have damage from that.
Did look a little bit squirmy coming into the elbow. Sure, that sent a bit of a shock down the train. Nothing scarier than seeing someone tap the wall in front of you.
We've got decent pace coming down the straight.
Yeah, he's got a good run here.
Oh, here we go.
He's going to have a
Throws it
look.
up the
Yeah,
inside. Oh, side by side.
got to hold the speed.
Can't do
Sean
it.
Kelly's back again.
Got to watch out for Bo Cattell.
Oh,
Here,
look,
Bo's
Bo
got a
Cattell's
great run.
pushing him. Here we go.
Here we go. Chad, up the inside. He'll get the move done. And Bo
I
Cattell
know,
will
looks
try
like
and
Sean
follow
Kelly's
him.
still got a fairly
Oh!
good run here. He's not going to be able to get back into line though. Bo
Tobias
Cattell
Cerny also
swerving around.
looking to take
Tobias wants
advantage
look
now.
as well. That's
This is great driving, guys.
fantastic. Oh! Thought he was going to lose it there. Here we go. Back up the mountain again.
Now Bo Cattell going around the outside. Won't work. Wrong spot to go around the outside.
Oh, he's going to put his nose in.
No. Oh, he's all crossed up.
Oh,
How did Bo pull that up?
Sean's just got to race his lines. Best part about this part of the mountain is you can really control that line. Like, you could easily just slow them up a bit to get better run. Here we go. Back down skyline again. It's these dippers. Oh, jeez. Bo Caddell was committed. He wants that position. Sean Kelly looks like he's had a little bit of a gap compared to what he had last time around.
It's only a slight gap, but coming down this little section here, this is where you gain all the time. Dad looks so good through the chase. His car control just looks brilliant through there. He's gaining a lot of speed on Kelly through there.
Yeah, definitely. In the harder braking sections as well, he seems to be able to pull it up a lot easier than what Sean can.
Bo just destroys his rear tyres there, nice and sideways. Tobias will see that and have a grin from ear to ear, knowing that he's got a chance of getting that move done. Interesting, just looking through the field, I cannot see one car that does not have a scratch or a ding or any damage to it at all. I think every single car in the field has some sort of damage.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit worse for wear. Well, it looks like Chad, bit of issue there trying to get a bit of drive. This little battle here, James McKnight.
Oh, Cattell! Cattell's hit the wall majorly. Massive hit. Thulman Park.
The
I
person
don't know how
right
it's still going.
at the back of this train, Tony Orchard, is right on the back of Kurt.
Sean Kelly's made a mistake coming through the dipper, and Chad now close enough possibly to get a move done. They're now coming down Conrad.
Sean stuck it and weaving, trying to break that slip a little bit. Chad looking very aggressive here. Oh. Just to pull that up.
We've got 9 laps to go now. It's Richard Hampstead from Lee Ellis. 1.3 second gap. Then Madison down 3rd position. Jared Phil selling 4th. And Ian Ford doing a great job 5th position.
Looks like Chad really close now, coming up the mountain.
Oh, Kelly just manages to pull it up.
So if that chap was going to push him up the mountain then.
Yep. If Bo hits the wall this time, no, he doesn't.
Oh, he's struggling though. He's going left and right. Trying to get that
front. I was expecting him, if he's hitting it, to slam it with the rear, but he drove it front on into it.
Chad was starting to get desperate to get this move done.
Yeah, something's happened with Madison down. He's got massive damage to his car. He's about to give up third position.
He's
Massive
been
front
struggling
end
with his
damage.
car all night.
If we can find out what's happened. Something at the top of the mountain. Oh, he's got it all crossed up at McPhillamy Park into Skyline. Hits the wall at Skyline. Front on into the wall.
It's not what you want to do, but Bo Cattell all over the back of Chad Chastain.
And Madison somehow still holding on from Jared Filsell, even with that massive damage, but I think Madison will have to be careful his engine doesn't blow. So you now give up that spot to Filsell. Madison now is slowing right
jeez,
down.
there's cars 4 wide down Mountain Straight.
Yeah, Aldridge, Tenberg, Tobias Cerny, all messy.
I'm surprised Bo Cattell still has this much speed looking at that car.
I can't believe, with the amount of damage to that car, that he's still going as quick as he is. It's unbelievable to think that.
So obviously
Sean
improved
Kelly.
the aero or something on it.
Yeah, Sean Kelly really sideways across the top.
I was going to say, Sean Kelly's done a fantastic job here just to kind of run his own race.
Oh, Cattell! Giving Chastain a push through the elbow.
Probably wouldn't mind a little bit of a bump right about now.
Yep. Oh, Cattell not quite close enough to get a move done. He was thinking about it though.
Yeah, he's really sticking with Chastain. He was
Yep.
nose to bumper last lap around.
Front, these three, Kelly, Chastain, Cattell, broken a little bit from the rest of that pack. McKnight, 9th, Stenberg 10th, Aldridge in 11th, Cerny in 12th.
Bo Cattell had a little bit of a look.
Bo's drive through this top, or coming up the mountain, is just crazy. I don't know how he's keeping control of this car. It's just sideways at every possible point it can be. I know that if I was to attempt a drift session like he is driving every lap, I'd end up in the fence quite easily.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have been out about by the second lap.
I
That's
don't think
probably
I would've
pushing
made
my luck.
that.
Yeah. Although, we should probably talk about your racing career a little bit. You've been doing alright in the NASCARs.
Not for a little while. Not for a little while. Do give it a run every now and again though.
Yeah. So I've seen the pictures coming through. Been talking yourself up a little bit, winning a few
never.
races here and there.
Never. I haven't won a race for a little while. Daytona 500 I did win, but haven't won a race since then.
I'm doing alright.
We won't talk about your racing career. I don't even know when you've last raced.
I think it was almost 12 months ago. I came fourth in my last race, and it was at Bathurst, so can't whinge about that.
Oh, you'd find something else to whinge about.
No, I'm not from Mexico. I don't win.
Oh, there we go. It only took, what, 23 laps to get a Mexican joke out of you? Or a Mexican
Yeah, that's true.
stab? Yeah, hold on. 6 to go. Oh, you've made me lose it.
Someone's going to be brave here soon, I reckon. I haven't got long to do it.
I can't take my eyes off this battle between Kelly, Chastain and Cattell.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic battle. And I think it's also adds to the excitement that you don't know what's going to happen with those 4 guys behind. Actually, there's something, I'm just looking a little bit further ahead, and Madison Down is starting to gain on Jared Filser.
Yeah, I don't know how that car's even running, let alone having decent speed.
It doesn't even look like it's going in a straight line. But yeah, he's managing to catch Jared.
The last lap round, 208 flat, Phil Seller 208.4. So 4/10 of a second quicker, although Ian Ford,
207 from Ian Ford.
Ian Ford, second quicker. The only guy that was quicker than him last lap around was Richard Hampstead, and he's at the front. Although something's just happened with Ian. All crossed up and sideways coming through Forest Elbow. Little scrape on the wall.
Sean trying to break this draft again.
Chastain's close enough now.
Yeah, I reckon
Here we
he can
go.
get this done.
Here it is. Look up the inside.
Oh, that's a scary way
wow,
to do
side by
this.
side
Oh,
contact.
good touch. You can see that had disaster written all over it.
Kelly coming back across the track. He'll have to slow down. Tell will get through here. Chastain's lost a lot of time.
Oh, it looks like he's been given the green light just before.
Oh, a little bit of a rub there from Cattell.
Bo gets the go ahead.
And Bo's now going to lose a spot back to McKnight.
James McKnight.
Oh, Cattell off sideways. Dad's actually coming into the lane, so... Oh, why?
I'm surprised Sean's managed to keep his position.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Bo's actually lost another spot. Kurt Stenberg around the outside.
This is where it's going to get interesting. James McKnight obviously feeling a bit pepped up now. He's made 2 positions.
Kurt Stenberg as well. Oh, Cattell giving Stenberg a big push.
This is going to be a fairly aggressive pack now, I would say.
Oh. The pack was angry before. I don't know what it is now.
Yeah. Someone's just taken a bat and hit the hornet's nest, and they've gone nuts. They're everywhere. Bo Cattell.
Oh, Bo, you can't make a move up there. Someone's hit the wall in. Yeah, it may have been Tony Autridge in this pack. 4 laps to go up the front.
Look at that. James McKnight. Oh, he's going to try the same spot.
He's got it done. He's got it.
Yeah, he had it done before the corner, which is what you want to do. Chad Chastain had it sideways there with Sean Kelly.
Oh, Cattell!
Oh, Bo Cattell!
Oh,
if that car's still going, my goodness.
Oh, guessing he's going to have to wait for the judge's score on the style. Great drift.
Oh, here we go. He's going to get that position back.
Oh.
That was close.
Oh.
James McKnight, mover and shaker at the moment. He's opened up a little bit of a gap. Kurt Stenberg's come with him. Sean Kelly now.
If we can have a look at battle 4th and 5th, Down and Ford. And Ford is now right on the tail of Madison Down.
He's really caught up. Only just looking down Conrad before, that gap would have been probably 3 or 4 times that. He's really just reeled that in.
Also, though, unable to really break away from Down, so Ian, if you can get this move done, he might actually have enough time to make a move on Phil Cell.
I'm going to say Ian Ford's car's probably the least damaged in the whole pack.
Yeah, in the whole field.
Yeah, insane. I just look at Madison's car and it just doesn't look like he's driving in a straight line at all.
Bo-Katan has hit the wall again, and that could be race done for him. He's very, very damaged. Lost a lot of speed.
So we haven't spoken about him too much. Stephen Sandman Clark, still doing laps. He's still out there.
Oh, teammates just made contact. That's Sean Kelly, Tony Hawtridge. And Sean Kelly goes straight ahead at the chase.
Well, that's when it gets a little bit awkward.
Yep, teammates touching, never a good thing. Kelly might let Hawtridge through now. Ford's lost a little bit of time back from Down. He's actually catching Phil Cell. Hawtridge now through on Kelly. Kelly lets him go. McKnight and Stenberg, they're still going at it. They'll continue to go at it with 3 to go. Out from first to second now to 3.2 seconds between Hampstead and Alice. Phil Cell in third, about 15 seconds further back. Down in 4th position with a car that doesn't resemble a Ford Falcon at all.
No, definitely not. Ian Ford though. Here we go. Right back on his tail again.
Oh. Car isn't easy to drive at any time, but the amount of damage that Madison Down's got, I can only imagine how bad that thing would be to drive.
Got a battle here for 15th and 16th. Henry King, Joshua Bird.
Last 2 guys on the lead lap, 15th and 16th. Well, something's happened to Lee Alice. That's dropped out by the looks. That could be Lee's race done. That would be very unfortunate, running in P2.
Oh, he'll be devastated about that one. It was a good run from Lee Alice.
I think he's about to be a DNF. It's very unfortunate for him. And saying before the race he was having some internet dramas then. Now puts Jared Philsell up to P2.
Ian Ford just tapped the wall there.
Madison Downs actually closed that gap on Phil Cell quite a lot. Down to 7/10 of a second. Hampstead now's got a 20-second lead. There's Lee Ellis now officially out of the race. So unfortunate for him.
Gets Madison back on the podium.
This battle now was for third, it's now for second. Hampstead crosses the line to begin the final lap of the race. McKnight and Stenberg just back coming into the chase now. Very, very close.
Speed. Thinks better of it. Sean Kelly as well. Tony Ortridge.
Last chance. Gain a fair bit of time down this straight. Try and keep that gap as tight as you can coming across the top and make a run down the mountain. And forward with probably the straightest car in the field. Jared Filsell, quite great looking car as well with Madison down. I don't know how that thing's even running.
Yeah, that is disgraceful. I think that might even be worse than Bo's car. If you can stick with him across the top here, he might just be able to get this done.
Ian needs to try and get that right up as close as he can down, coming down the straight, because he should be able to pass down with the damage that he's got. Hearing that Jared Filsell may run out of fuel.
Oh, maybe that's why he hasn't really pulled away from Madison. Trying to conserve some numbers here. Good run there, coming off the elbow.
Ian's got a great run here.
Madison was looking a bit sketchy.
Hampstead about to cross around the final corner.
Oh, looks like Ian Ford's going to get this position.
Ian Ford could get P2.
Oh, he's got it. He's pulled himself into third. Oh no, Madison's going to strike back.
Hampstead crosses the line for the win. Great win from Hampstead. Very dominant.
Fantastic drive there from Richard.
Here we go. Ford. He's going to have to go around the outside. At Murray's Filsell's just going to make it home.
Here we go.
Oh, is he going to do it?
No.
No. Madison holds on. And Ford.
Fantastic defensive driving there from Madison down to hold that position.
Kurt Stenberg's actually managed to get a move done on James McKnight at the end of the race here. They'll pick up 5th from McKnight in 6th, Ortridge 7th. By Cerny and Sean Kelly is around. By Cerny will pick up 8th position. Sean Kelly in 9th. Becketel in 10th. Tell you what, there's a lot of bent cars out there. Wayne Berkey in 11th.
Yeah, definitely some very ordinary looking cars.
I can't see a straight one at all out of any of them. A great drive from Richard Hampstead. Picks up the win. Somehow Madison down holds on to 3rd position with a great drive from Jared Filsell 2nd, but really, really unlucky for Lee Ellis.
Yeah.
Such a great drive.
Definitely. At you know, probably the hardest track that we go to, the longest race that we go to, and it was right at the end as well. That's got to be. He put in a lot of work. You know, it wasn't the easiest of races to get into the second, having to compete with Madison and come out strong from the pits, and then just to lose it like that, that's definitely heartbreaking. Looks like our man Sandman has just brought it home as well.
He's finally finished the race. He did not have much luck in that one. Car's quite... Well, he's going to have a new car for next week. He won't be driving that one again.
No, I don't think anyone's going to be driving that car
true.
again. I think it's dead.
Run through the results. Richard Hampstead, 1st position from Jared Filsell. Madison down. Ian Ford Kurt Stenberg, James McKnight, Tony Autridge, Tobias Zerny, Sean Kelly, Bo Cattell, Wayne Burke, Michael Fulcher, Sam Collins, Josh Burton, Henry King, Lee Ellis, Jake Burton, Michael Schreier, Sam Mann Clark, Chad Chastain, and Sam Sutton. That was a fantastic race. Well done to Richard Hampstead. Dominant win. Probably not the way he would have wanted to win that race. He probably would have liked Lee to be a little bit closer and then not have that internet dramas as well. Pretty unfortunate for him.
Yeah, definitely. But he was the right man to win that race. He was dominant from the time he got out there and just led and completely controlled it. So fantastic race there from Richard.
Not sure if we're going to have drivers come in for post-race interviews. Hopefully we'll have a few come in.
I think we have one just up there now. I'll just go and grab him.
Yeah, we have got some guys coming in. We'll start firstly with Ian Ford. Ian, great drive. Unlucky not to get Madison at the end. Gutsy move from Mad to keep that spot, but great drive for fourth.
Oh, thank you. I expected a 9-time champion to throw it back up the inside because, I would. And, yeah, I gave him enough room not to crash and, tried giving it one last go at the last corner.
How did you see your pace then, mate? I think keeping it off the wall might have been the best strategy.
I sort of gave up on the keeping it off the wall strategy. I actually had to fuel save a little bit because I had to save fuel just to, keep ahead of a few of the guys in the pits. And I just put my head down and went through.
Hello, nice.
Good. Now, I've lost my train of thought now. That's thrown me off a bit. Go, Daniel.
Lost your train of thought. Jeez,
Yep.
What's going on?
What? I've lost my train of thought. I've just lost everything. Go for it.
Maybe we should have a talk to Madison Down because your car was ordinary. Mate, that was pretty much just wheels by the end of it. And they weren't even in a straight line. How did you keep that thing on the road?
Well, I don't know. That was a pretty tough race. It was going pretty well until about just probably 2 or 3 laps before the pit stops, and I was pushing pretty hard trying to put the pressure on Richard, and I pressured myself into a mistake and hit the wall and threw the toe angle out on the front left. So it was all downhill after that, and I don't know. After that, I just hit the wall probably 15, 20 times. So by the end of the race, I even had a crash at McPhillamy Park as well to top it off. So yeah, I can't believe I finished where I did, to be completely honest. The thing was a complete shopping trolley. All the wheels were all facing different directions and I had no straight line speed. But yeah, no, thanks to Ian and Jared as well for, I suppose, being as respectful as they were around me. I certainly wasn't being respectful at all, driving a car that bent and challenging them for positions like that. But I felt like I still needed points where I could get them.
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch anyway. So you made it entertaining for us.
Yeah, at least I was entertaining, I suppose.
We might go next to Jared Philsell. Jared, good drive for second, mate. Just hold on, but hearing that you had to save a lot of fuel at the end.
I didn't really need to save a lot, but I did need to do a little bit of saving. That helped when Madison slowed me up a bit and I couldn't see where he was. There was just so much smoke going around.
Obviously, good drive for you finishing second. Is that about where you saw your pace this week or lucky finish for you?
Pretty lucky. Hell, that's crap for Lee. He deserved second. Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't do much practice this week, so yeah, I don't know. Happy wherever I finished, I guess.
No, good drive, mate. It was very entertaining to watch at the end there, so thank you.
Cheers. Thanks for the broadcast too.
Our pleasure. Now we'll go to Tobias Zerny next. Tobias, good drive for you. Very, very fun at the end there, but unlucky little incident right at the end of the race. But that train of cars that you were involved with all race, fantastic to watch, mate.
Yeah, hello guys. I actually wasn't sure if I'm racing today. Just reset it and I installed everything, Windows and all the stuff on my computer yesterday, and I saw there's a broadcast, so I tried to get everything set up for the race. I had no quality time before the last final qualification, did 2 or 3 laps there, so I was quite happy to start in 11th position, and yeah, that was an intense battle, especially considering the weather conditions now. Summer started here, I got no climatic air control, sweating I guess more than you guys over there. But interesting race. Unlucky that I made contact there with Sean. Couldn't see him. Thought we were really side by side, and I had the inside line. And yeah, so much action going on. Bo spun somewhere just after the cutting. Just managed to avoid him. And yeah, fantastic race. I guess we all delivered here for the broadcast, and you guys had a fantastic view today.
Fantastic to watch and an awesome race, and we finally have got the race winner in here, Richard Hampstead. Well done, Hammer.
Hey Jay.
About time, mate. It's been a long time since you've won a race that we broadcast.
It has been, I think, Montreal last season. So yeah, good win. Really, really hard battle there with both Madison and Lee breathing down my neck all through the race. Really bad luck for Lee there. He drove a really great race. It's a really shame that happened on the second last lap for him.
Now, championship was for you, sort of sitting in the top 10 now. You going to try and push on and win this championship?
We'll see what we can do. I think we're sitting in a pretty good spot at the moment with the drop weeks and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, well done. Good luck for the rest of the season. We'll go to Lee Ellis next. Lee, fantastic race up until the end.
Hey, yeah. Thanks.
How was the race? Just we'll talk about the first 27 laps. How did you see the race?
Oh well, it was all right. I kind of let Madison go because he thought he would just be quicker than me, but just try and stick with him, and they ended up breaking the draft just a little bit too much, and he pitted. I just saw Hammer pit and kind of cut the cones a little bit, but it was all right. And yeah, just try to stick with Hammer as much as I could, and lost out a little bit on one lap. I was right underneath his wing, broke the draft, and yeah, just decided to cruise home, and yeah.
Interesting in the pits there, how much time you gained on both Richard and Madison. You obviously passing Mad. You caught right up, gained probably 2 or 3 seconds on Hammer.
Yeah, I ran it pretty deep into the pit lane. I was speeding for a little bit, but didn't count. Yeah, I wasn't actually ready to pit. I was ready to pit, go one more lap and see what happens, but saw Mad go in and Hammer go in and thought, well, here's to nothing. Can always fuel save if I need to.
Unlucky finish to the race, mate. Good race, and we were reminding everyone that the bet would have been on if you had have won that race.
Maybe that's why.
That's why you flicked the modem off, didn't you? Because you thought Hammer might crash out on purpose or something.
Yeah, exactly. Modem played up as I entered the server, so I don't know if it's an iRacing issue, but I got some 122 error and kicked me out. So yeah, Telstra's gonna get an abusive Lee on the phone.
We'll go next. Bo Cattell. Bo, obviously this race wasn't a race for you. It was a drift session. Am I correct?
Yep. Just getting a bit of practice in for when they bring out iDrift. So pretty excited about that.
That was terrible, mate. You've been hassling me for weeks to get the broadcast going because you've been winning races. Get one on and you pull out that performance.
Yeah, I know. It's going all good until the light went green and I mucked up the start and then lost a spot and got real close behind Sean Kelly and smacked the Chaz Mostert wall on the left, and from then on the car was just wrecked.
But that was lap 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, lap 1. So yeah, it started well.
It was good to watch though, mate. So thank you for putting on some entertainment for us.
No worries at all.
We got Jake Burton next. Jake, not a great finish or not a great result for you in the end, but good fun to watch out there, mate.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. My race was pretty well over from turn 3 and I had some contact with the wall whilst trying to follow Tony Orchard past Michael Fulcher. Well, it wasn't Michael's fault at all. I just was a bit over-ambitious and that hurt the whole race in general. And then I realised I was going to run out of fuel because I pitted too early. So I tried to clutch it in and drop the revs coming into the cutting, and that was a really bad mistake and walled it really badly. And yeah, it just wasn't a great race, but you know, Bathurst, a lot of fun, and looking forward to next week.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season, mate. We'll go to Sean Kelly next. Sean, probably a race you want to forget in the end.
No, not really. I enjoyed that.
Not the result you want to remember, probably.
I don't know. It's about what I expected. I knew I didn't have the pace for the guys in front, but yeah, had a little bit of damage sort of several laps in, but I don't think I had much pace anyway. And yeah, I was surrounded by guys with lots of pace and just out there to have a lot of fun. And yeah, had a few contacts and went off the track a few times at high speed. And yeah, pretty happy with that actually.
Be the first person to come on here and say that they're happy after a race full of crashes and penalties and incidents and everything. I'm so happy to hear that, Sean.
It's always great racing all these guys. There's a lot of respect, and yeah, we're just out there to make each other's life difficult. And yeah, sometimes you're gonna have races where you get several crashes, and yeah, that's all good. I just had plenty of fun out there, so yeah, thanks to all the drivers.
Good luck for the rest of the season, mate. We'll go to Kurt Stenberg next. Kurt, interesting race for you as well.
Yeah, that was that train was very interesting there.
Obviously, P5 for you, pretty good result, especially where you're looking. Well, before that freight train started, you sort of just stayed out of trouble and took them all off.
Yeah, I knew I had pace coming into the race, but yeah, I got stuck when I pitted. I went back a few spots and got stuck behind the back of that train, and yeah, I saw what was going on ahead, and I said to Tobias in TeamSpeak that there's going to be an accident here soon, and yeah, sure enough, go into the chase and see cars everywhere. So capitalised on that, and then at the end there, had a awesome race with James McKnight in the last 2 laps.
That pass at the end there, brilliant.
Yeah, I was trying to, over the top, get as close to the back of his car as I could, and yeah, I got the draft down the straight and just straight down the inside.
Well done, mate. I think we've spoken to everyone now. I think so. Yep. We might get ready to wrap it up. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks for putting up with me, Jay. Massive thanks to Mr. Kraft for directing for us tonight and having a super early morning in America.
Yeah, thank you, Kane. We greatly appreciate it. I think he's fallen asleep.
Nope, I'm here. I had to unmute it. I got my air conditioner going and stuff, so I try to stay muted most of the time so I don't ruin the broadcast. But yeah, what a great race, man. That was so fantastic. I'm so glad I got up to do that.
We greatly appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does as well, so thank you so much.
It's not a problem.
And don't forget, you can tune into more V8 Online action Wednesday night and Friday night American time, or Thursday and Saturday in Australia for NASCAR and V8 Supercar. Might wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching V8's Online special presentation of the Bathurst Round 6 race. The iRacing.com V8 Supercar official online series. Your winner, Richard Hampstead. Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.